Hi guys, can you hear me?
We can hear you, dude.
We can. Welcome.
Awesome. So nice to meet you for the first time. Interest Explorer, Barndog. We spoke a lot, and I think 16 is the first time we meet too. And hi to the remaining people in the audience. It's really nice to be here.
Nice to meet you too.
Dude, we get so many French teams. Can you tell us what is it that you guys are smoking over there that make you guys develop these games and these projects so well?
What is it that we're smoking?
Yeah, how can we see so many French teams? I keep asking the question.
Um, Man, to be fully honest, I don't know. Just like, yeah, I don't know. I have no.
Are you seeing a lot of people around you in your circles kind of developing NFTs or starting into the crypto verse? Because we do see a lot of French.
I've seen a few, yeah. I've seen a few, but like most of the ones I've seen are still on Ethereum. Like I don't know that many people working and building on Solana in France.
Right. And obviously you took the plunge to come over here into Solana.
Exactly. I just was looking at the gas fees. I was looking at everything, and I was like, nah, not for me. It's not fun enough.
Oh, good.
And yeah.
Oh, sorry, I'm just trying to do multiple things at once. I am here. So I'd like to just introduce, obviously, Sannsei has come up. He's from Degen Kart Club. I've done a video on them of recent. I got kind of suggested in by Perts. So he just said these guys are building a new project, and slowly I've crept in and snuck in there like a thief in the middle of the night and had a bit of a look around, and then eventually, started chatting and talking to the guys. And it's been fun. Like I played a poker with them last week as well. It was 4 a.m. I definitely can't make this week 4 a.m. because I'll be sleeping. That's tomorrow, possibly the rematch. But do you want to talk a little bit about yourself, Sannsei, and about the Degen Kart Club?
Okay, sure. So hi, nice to meet you, everyone. As you know, I'm Sannsei and I'm French, and I'm the founder of Degen Kart Club. So, what is Degen Kart Club and what's my vision with projects? Basically, we wanted to create the first community-designed game. What does it mean? It means that for now, gaming on Solana is not ready. So there has been a lot of speculations, some gameplays, etc. Especially with what we've heard before. And at the same time, I deeply feel that communities are so important in the NFT culture, especially with profile pictures and NFTs. And therefore, I wanted to create the first community-designed game in which basically, as the holder of the NFT, with a DAO created in partnership with Grape, you'd have the power to vote on what the game will look like. So we won't provide a gameplay before the minting that started yesterday, but we will build the game that you guys want and that the people that hold the NFTs want. For that, we partnered with Rumble Worlds, which was mentioned, I think, at the beginning of this talk, and that for me is one of the first metaverses on Solana. And we'll basically build one or several worlds in this game in which the cards will be playable in the gameplay that the community asks for. For now, a lot of people ask for kind of Mario Kart-ish vibes, so it seems to be the direction, but we'll see after we hold the votes.
There's so much to unpack in what you just said, and it's funny because we said an hour, and I've said tonight's not going to go for an hour. We've only got 10-15 minutes. We've got so much more to touch on. Don't feel rushed. It's awesome. So it's really degenerative apes. The NFT, for people that don't sort of know much about the project, when you buy the NFT, one NFT gets you both your racer and the vehicle. The vehicles are very, very different. And no, you can't watch that spec. That's a 12-15 minute video. So, you might get a bus or you might get a spaceship. Those are two that I minted yesterday morning. So they're the ones I minted. And and the game is going to be built on Unity, I believe, Sannsei, is that right?
Yep, this is right.
So that's going to be, is it going to be mobile usable, friendly, being Unity?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I'd have to. I don't have the answer yet. I'd have to check.
So, I mean, when
Yeah.
people get a chance to go and watch the video, you will see I question the timeline. And I think it's a little bit over positive to think the timelines are going to be able to get a game out by Q2, but I still minted. So the reason I personally minted, Sannsei's gone offline, I can keep going. The reason I personally minted was I like what they've brought up. Have we accepted that? I like the community aspect and building towards it. Plus, they're minting at 0.5 Solana. So it's kind of unfortunate. It's happened to a few games I've noticed where Solana's boosted during a fucking sale for them. You know, like when Solana was 180, you know, and then it's gone up to 240. That's a 30% price change, and people kind of need to factor that in. And are they happy? I have sent you another invite there, Sannsei. But it's going to be a game they plan on doing a game they plan on having the DAO. So if you hold one of the 6,111, you're making me think on the spot after a few beers. If you hold one of those, then you'll get to be able to vote towards the progress and where the game heads in towards. One of the other big things I wanted to get you to talk about, Sannsei, was at your roadmap. So that's a bit of a different roadmap where you've got settings. It's not really a huge time frame. He's off again. But the roadmap, I'll keep going. Barndog can talk for days. But at 35% of minting, they're going to be donating 200 Solana to a charitable organisation. Now, we are seeing a lot of these kinds of things from projects, and I love to see it. I think it's a catchphrase almost at a moment, but it'll be interesting. You know, I'll be putting in a proposal for that. So I've got two, and I'll probably spread them in wallets because I don't know how it's going to work. You know, 2 votes is better than 1.
Yeah, we are seeing that new trend within Solana at the moment. I think that's also happening on ETH. You know, they want to mint a lot, and then they say they're going to donate to charity. It's not quite clear what charity this one's going to be.
This one is going to be voted by the DAO. Sannsei, welcome back to stage.
Hi.
We were just chatting while you're obviously having internet connections, but we were just chatting about your roadmap and your 35% 200 Solana donation.
Sure. Yeah. So exactly at 35% minted, we plan to give 200 Solana to a charity decided by the holders. We don't know yet, and Barndog last time proposed to maybe do not give this amount to one charity, but to divide it among 5 to 10 various charities, which was a very good idea. But yeah, I feel that once I break even on the first part, I feel that charity should be the first. People paid after the whole team for sure.
I like that. I like that it's been suggested early in the minting progress. We'll talk about your minting shortly, but my suggestion and reason to that was it's kind of going to make the team more accountable as well. You know, if you say, righto, let's donate to 5, you know, skeptical people, cynical people are going to go, well, they're not really donating it. How do we prove that they're donating it? But if you've got a list of 5, then it's going to be easier to track, I guess, in effect. But I liked it as a proposal. Other ones down the track of your roadmap, you had planned a trip to a Grand Prix, and I think 100% sales, a $50,000 car for one lucky winner.
Exactly.
Let's get into your minting though. Like, you're struggling with your numbers. I haven't seen the exact ones tonight, but it is going a little bit slow. How does that make you as a developer that's put heart and soul into building your community? I think you've got around 12 to 1,500. I'd have to double check that. It was 2,000 on Discord, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was 2,000 on Discord and about 1,500 on Twitter.
Yeah, 2,500 on Discord. So yeah. You did have trouble with Twitter, obviously. For people looking around and stuff, there is 2 Degen Kart clubs on Twitter. One got banned, and Did you put a dick pic on there or something, Sannsei?
Exactly, not only one. The thing is that I was selling my personal OnlyFans on that Twitter account before creating Degen Kart Club. So
Wait. Let's just unpack that for a little bit, please. Let's just dive right into that line of questioning. Can you be more clear? You were selling OnlyFans on Twitter, and you were going to use that same Twitter for NFTs.
Okay, disclaimer, that was a joke.
Ah, you got me. You got me.
But that might be a good idea. Actually, at some point, I thought about doing some cool marketing thing, which was if you look at our NFTs, basically we have seven categories of 7 categories. So we have the skin, the background, the eyes, the mouth, the car, the hat, which is very classic. But I wanted to create an OnlyFans for only the skin, for no reason, and to give the receipts to charity, because I found that fun. But I think there could be some kind of linking between OnlyFans and NFTs.
Oh, definitely. There's a clear cohesion thing going on for NFTs and OnlyFans. But like similar to Only One, which is a project on Solana, they're doing the same thing as OnlyFans. One can argue. So there is definitely a product for them.
I'm just going to invite Ramona.
For sure.
Ramona has got a hand up if she's got a question. Accept your invite there. But we'll keep going with talking about Degen Kart Club, Sannsei. So you're minting at 0.5 Solana. I don't think we mentioned that. So that was obviously a good price up until the fact that we're now boosted to 250. Do you think that's made any kind of change in the early problems, or we've got a tired NFT market at the stage, a variation of all of it?
So first of all, yeah, I think we started our minting when the Solana was at 190. I think that Solana right now is at 250. So this did not help. Yeah, like we started minting on a very, very hard market. Also, the thing is that the market for Solana gaming is harder than the market for example, derivatives. We started like when we minted, the only kind of projects selling out were either derivatives or projects that were pushed by huge DAOs. I'm thinking about the dragons, for example. So yeah, we got in a harsh minting, but the community is very happy about the projects. Most of the people that got the NFTs just love them. Discord stayed quite active. So I think we're on the right path, and we just have to keep going, keep building, keep providing value, and we'll sell out at some point. As you mentioned, I'm also thinking of maybe reducing the price, because the price, which was a correct price at the time in which we announced the project, might not still be a correct price. So yeah, some things are being considered, and I'll take some decisions by the beginning of next week.
So on that as well, I joined a Twitter space and asked a few questions along this line. So what happens if people are minting slow? How does that affect the team's judgments? And it's good to hear that you're thinking about it. It's a hard line. I've seen many projects change their mints, add bonus NFT drops to mints and stuff like that, which we can probably segue into. So Degen Kart has got 6,111. I'm just trying to get an announcement link at the same time, so I'm kind of in and out. But Degen are doing the 6,100 mints, and they're going to be a part of Rumble Worlds. So Rumble Worlds are going to be this new metaverse, which is, has a Solarian backing to it. Solarians have a pretty big partnership with Grape and stuff like that. I'm not personally, I don't have a Solarian, but the metaverse interests me greatly because obviously it's something new and it helps these games band together and get extra traction from other projects. So how do you think that's going to work, Sannsei? Do you have much of an idea on how the process of the whole metaverse is going to come together?
Yeah, for sure. So they told me they were considering a lot of things. I think they will release they're supposed to release their white paper tomorrow. So you guys might want to have a look at it. But basically, what they want to create is a kind of Decentraland on Solana. So it is an open metaverse in which you can bring your own character, you can build lands, you can build anything on it. And with regards to that, we decided to partner with them because we think that the real value from our cards is being added if the people have the chance to play them in our world, but also in other racing worlds or other kind of worlds created. And also the real values from them comes when people are able to merge these cards with other kind of NFTs. For example, I know that that they have in our Rumble Worlds some partnerships with the Soul Army, with Soulless, and with some other kind of projects. And I know that our cards in Rumble Worlds will be playable in with not only our little kind of aliens DJs inside, but also with other kind of NFTs. So you'll be able to play that card with some other kind of NFTs.
Yeah, so the Rumble World's NFT, I believe, is going to be called a Rumbler. Their token is going to be the RUMB token. Am I correct on those?
Yeah, that's right.
And they've been out for a while. I don't even know their exact numbers, but they've been out for a while with very little information. And to actually, Sannsei and Degen Kart Club was my first knowledge of finding someone that's partnered up with them to be this metaverse. So I have a bit of a chat with a lot of developers in different games, and I can see things sometimes before they happen. I don't want to say I know alpha like that. Obviously, I learn things and I get to see artwork, teasers, trailers, websites before they go live. I believe Sannsei actually did show me a little bit of the Degen Kart Club website before it went live. But to see it launched publicly like that, it was cool. It was good to see. These metaverses are great for the smaller projects because not everyone's going to have 10,000 followers playing. Not everyone's going to be a AAA game. I do keep saying this. We can't expect every game to be AAA. So it sounds like you're excited to join them for the right reason. Does that? I think I may have asked this question in the Twitter feed, but how does that reduce your time in creating your game? So can people expect to see the game by second quarter, third quarter? Obviously, it's a DAO driven as well. So how does that factor into?
So actually, it reduces a lot my time frame for the following reason. The thing is that as I don't have to take care about the infrastructures of the game, my main focus is on creating the worlds inside the game, helping them develop, and making sure that all of my cards are 3D rigged characters, are 3D rigged and are playable characters. So that reduces my focus, that reduces my stress too, because as we mentioned, we launched in a very, very hard market. And we might not sell it at the beginning. We might have to cut our NFTs because it would be stupid just to keep minting for forever. And the community wouldn't like that. But this means that also at the same time, I can provide the value that I propose to my holders, and without having to spend too much. It means that even if at the end there are only 500 Degen racers that are minted, or 1,000, it means that I'll still be able to provide that partnerships that I promised, and the cards will still be playable and the game will still be developed in the same way that was promised from day one. So since the beginning of September. And yeah.
So it's worth mentioning that you guys have doxed yourself. You doxed yourself when I first covered you on one of my new games videos the night, so I didn't get to put it on there. How does that make any difference to games this day and age with groups being doxed or not? In your opinion?
Actually, in my opinion, I don't think it does. So a lot of people are talking about people doxing yourself and stuff like that. So I think that doxing yourself makes sense only in the case that you kind of Twitter dox yourself and that you show that you're part of the Solana ecosystem from the very beginning and that you've already built or that you've already been part of some of the games or some of the projects. So if you dox yourself in this sense, and if you already have a following and a community, then it makes sense. On my end, I doxed myself, but I wasn't a very heavy Twitter user. I was more on Discord, and I don't think it made a lot of sense. So I'll also work at the same time on building my Twitter, building my community. But yeah, I don't think that doxing yourself when you don't have a following behind your real self makes sense.
Yeah, it's interesting to see multiple teams and talk to. And a lot of the bigger games, people expect the whole teams to be doxed. For the smaller teams, people, I don't know, people are prepared to take that chance. 0.5 Solana, to me, as an Aussie gamer, that doesn't stress me out. You know, like I'm not rich by any means. I'm not going to say I'm rich, but we've got disposable income. So that's what I liked. I like the community that you're building. I like the fun. I like the passion seeing it from the team, and that was cool to see. So I minted a couple. My first one was a bus, and I thought, well, that's cool. But the second one was a spaceship, so it's a bit of a thing. Have you? I actually did send a link. Funnily enough, I was chatting to Metaverse about doing a competition on Grape to get a graphic drawn up for both he and I for our Friday night advertisements, and I'll link this in live questions.
While we're doing that, Sannsei, I do have a question for you from the audience from Spec Gaming. So you guys are going to be integrated into the Rumble World's virtual metaverse if it does come. Whereabouts are you guys actually listed? So where you're minting at the moment, you still haven't finished minting. Are you guys working on any integrations, maybe Magic Eden or Solana Art, any other marketplaces?
Not yet. So we're going to be listed. The first thing is that Magic Eden doesn't list the project before it stops
Good
minting.
to know.
So with Magic Eden, we'll wait for that. I think we'll be listed on Digitalize in a few days. So it will be either tomorrow or the following day. And yeah, that's it. Otherwise, we're working with Sannsei on being verified.
Yeah, cool. I think it is a process. Yeah, once you finish minting, it might make it a bit easier.
Yeah.
And I do have one question that's a personal question here. I do notice you do say I when you refer to your team at all. Can you talk a bit more about your team? It's you and how many other people at the moment for this Degen Arts Club?
Sure. So the thing is that the team is made in the following way. For graphic design, the artist is called Benjamin Mokhtar, and he's worked on several other NFT collections. So if you look at the art, everything is hand-drawn, etc. And he was also the guy that designed our website, which looks very cool.
Yeah.
So he's the artist behind the NFTs. Then for the game design and the 3D rigging of assets, that will be the 3D rigging of assets and airdropping the cars as well as making the first gameplay videos. We're working with a studio that's called Colombia. That's in Colombia. That's called Polygon US. So this studio is a game design studio that was I think it's the only Unity partner in Colombia. And so I'm working with them on developing all the 3D and the game development to make sure that we'll actually be able to deliver. And then on the back office, we have two developers, CP and Ashish working on the blockchain. Then for community management, we have Red Wings on Discord, as well as Sebastian Monti, who I think works too for Phantom, for the AAs, and I think he's in the process of helping you too, Barndog, if I'm correct.
So like from my point of view, you guys are not a small team. You're like a medium team.
Yeah.
We do see other protocols with like 2 members out there, but you guys are not a small team.
Yeah. Okay. I think it's important to mention that I'm the only one full-time on the project. Yeah. Like all of the others are kind of part-time, but yeah, we have all the resources to make sure that we're gonna actually be able to deliver. But yeah.
Yeah. Oh, good. Thanks for answering.
We are obviously touching on our hour. We've got heaps more to talk about afterwards. Sensei, do you want to do a giveaway? We talked about this potentially. Have you got a challenge for the crowd?
Sure. Okay. I actually did not think about it,
Oh,
but we'll do something.
I even
The first,
warned you about it. I said, let's think about something to engage them with. I've got one if you need, otherwise.
yeah, please do so. Please do so.
So there's a big saying that these guys have got. Last week, do you remember the challenge that Cypher did? Their very first Twitter challenge, Metaverse.
Yeah, man, that was a good challenge. We
So
had someone win the competition. They figured out the cipher in about 30 minutes.
and that scored us another member on Grape, which was really awesome. But I mean their first one. So that was good. 2000 Grape went to. I would have to look through my friend list to remember the name, but that was handed out, of course, and that got us a new member at Grape. But Newt, remember that being one of the favourite sayings on one of the NFT projects.
Yep, that's right. That's right. The penguins or something.
Yeah, so Degen Kart Club have a special saying in their Discord.
Oh,
So hopefully people have looked at Twitter at our feeds. We've been linking the join in links, and they've gone to have a bit of a look. If we can have someone in the crowd now tell us what their saying is, it's quite easy. I made sure I didn't say it at the start of tonight, but we've got people close, so we're close. I've given enough teasers. So remember what I said about the first one that Cypher did. The crowd goes quiet. There's anticipation.
no, people are gonna get it.
I'm throwing as many carrots out as I can to do it. It's one of the things, people get in there and they don't say Newt Newt, they say something else.
Come on, guys.
Hard king. Hard king. Here we go. Vroom vroom. Where did that come from, Sensei?
Sorry, where does the room comes from? So it's actually a joke. Sorry, that came out of nowhere. So before once I started, sorry, at the beginning, at the very beginning of the project, I launched something that was called the Degen Driver briefing. So I was just tagging everyone on Discord saying daily driver briefing. Is everyone ready to race? And asking the people to comment vroom to that daily driver briefing. And it just comes from there. So the daily driver briefing didn't survive, but the room just stayed. The room just stayed. I kept saying vroom. People in the community kept saying vroom, and after that we just began saying vroom everywhere. And at some point the general chat was just full of vroom, and it was impossible to talk. So we then created a vroom only channel in the same way that yeah, like some projects have like GM, GN only channels. We just have a vroom only. And if you want to check on our Discord, like you can just scroll through and see a lot of rooms. It's like mainly rooms in the channel. It's quite fun.
That's good, and that's how you build a community. You get a whole bunch of people centered around one stupid something bad.
AFJ had his hand up there. AFJ, welcome to stage. Have you got a question for Sensei?
No, I'm on the road driving, and you asked a question about vroom vroom, and I had the answer, but I'm driving, and I was trying to look at my Discord, and I couldn't do it while I was driving, and I was like, oh man, because I minted 3 of them. I've been in since I think the day the Discord opened. But yeah, I had the answer for you. I had my hand up, but that was the only way I could answer. My bad.
No, it's not bad. That's awesome, dude. Sorry, I only just noticed the hand up. That is amazing. That accent, is that an American accent? Are you driving to work this morning?
I'm driving home from work. I work 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. And so I'm on my way home from work after. It's in the morning though here in the East Coast.
Yeah, EST. Yeah, it's a hard time for the timeline for those guys. We set the stage as Australians, so it's on our time zone. That's awesome, dude. Have you had any luck with your 3 mints? Like, have you got one you're happy with?
I Yeah, well, I mean, I'm happy with all of them. But, like, if a game transpires out of this, then I'm pretty thrilled about all of them. But I got a tow truck and a fire truck and a racer, like with like a tie dye background. The racer is pretty cool. I don't know though, like it gives a speed rating, and I would think the race is really fast, but it has a much lower speed rating. Is lower better?
Is my bus faster than your race car? My bus is like
Well,
3.2 or something.
oh wow. Okay, so no, why is that racer so slow? Because like my my tow truck is like a 9 something.
Can you answer that for us, Sensei?
I can. So if you check on our Twitter, or yeah, if you check on our Twitter, basically our bio is that we're 6,000 and 1,111 racers inspired by Formula One, supercars, and nonsense. And just as we were inspired by nonsense, for the speed of the car, we just like a simple linear random function. So the speed of the car isn't correlated to the car. So you could have like a very
Okay.
bus or a very slow F1, and I'm not responsible for that.
Oh no, that's cool. Wow, it's pretty cool that I got a fastest how fire truck or like tow truck. That's cool.
I actually I love the answer there. I asked the question, are you happy with one of them? And you said, I'm happy with all of them. That's so awesome, dude. I'm so happy you came on stage. Appreciate that. We're going to make sure we get some grape your way. This is the kind of stuff that tickles my pink bits, people. Like seeing people coming up on crowd asking questions, having answers, and community driven. It's awesome to see, dude.
Man,
Yeah, it's
thanks
just
a lot for this.
I'll say one more thing and then I'll get off here. It's just unfortunate, like you said, that like between the booming like altcoin market right now and the oversaturation of like everybody that's promising things with like no real like game plan, just like we're gonna make a game, but they're not working with anybody. And so like between the oversaturation and like the market doing what it's doing, you get good projects that like aren't selling out or coming even close. And it makes it hard for like the people in the community that don't really know, like, hey, this is going to work out. They're just like quick to sell because, like, oh, well, they only sold like a fifth of what they were planning.
Plus the PFP NFT market, people going in for rares, epics, and fucking legendaries and flips and stuff. It's created a very bad problem for gaming, NFT gaming in this space as well. Like I talk about it a fair bit. I do see Zoe on stage as well, where they're going a little bit different. There's no rarities. Um, yeah, it's a hard space. I think it's really interesting. You could have put this Degen Kart Club up 4 weeks ago at probably 2 to 3 Solana, and they would have sold out. But 0.5 now, and it's going slow, and the team is having to think about different ways to manage that. So I really appreciate you coming on stage, Sensei. You are going to Breakpoint, yeah? Not actually got a ticket, but you're
Yeah,
going to join the outside crowd and do different events.
actually, I managed to get a ticket 2 days ago. Like I've been refreshing the page every day, and one day out of the blue, I just saw like Austin tweeted on Twitter that there were some tickets to Breakpoint remaining, so I managed to find one. So I'm even going to the main event of Breakpoint.
Nice. I like it. We've got people
Yeah,
going there, of course, for Europe. That's awesome, dude.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. So, any last thoughts from you, Sensei?
Actually, no. Actually, no. Just thanks a lot for this opportunity, Barndog, and yeah, thanks to everyone who listened. It was a very fun talk. We talked about Degen Kart Club. We talked about our game. We talked about OnlyFans. We talked about our price. We talked about the market. So yeah, cool chat. Very very cool chat.
From man.
Yeah, vroom vroom. Exactly.
Brum brum.